And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, for the start of our Valpo Academy Overwatch game versus ISU's Ajax team. I'm your host, Dikembe. I'm here with my co-host.
Speedy Killer Ninja.
And now Valpo, going in, this is a doubleheader today, right? Obviously, they've already played the first game, right? We were streaming Varsity during that time, but now
Yep.
finishing that up, Valpo, if I'm not mistaken, now
2-4.
2-4. That's it.
Yeah.
So
So they had a reverse sweep, went to game five and were able to win. So honestly, I mean, I wish we were streaming that one.
yeah,
But hence the delayed start by half hour, unfortunately happens. But we are ready and getting into this game. Looks like we're heading to Ilios for map one. So Redbird, Ajax undefeated heading into this one, and Valpo Academy 2-4. I believe this is our last game before the regular season is over. It's the last Valpo Academy Overwatch game we'll stream this year. Unfortunately, because they are out of playoff contention at this point. So kind of a last hurrah. We're able to get the reverse sweep earlier today, and hopefully they got a big test today against ISU Ajax. I think this roster has grown a lot this year. A couple new players on this team this semester. But I think it's been a couple of weeks since we've watched this team play.
hmm
So really excited to see how that goes.
yeah, no. I think honestly, this is the the best case scenario for Valpo taking on an undefeated team like this because you're kind of riding high from that last sweep, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you get a reverse sweep going, you have a lot of momentum coming into this game, and I'm not sure if Ajax also has a doubleheader. I'm not sure how the NECC works, but I do know at least that Valpo is coming in with probably their best opportunity to be able to, take one off of this ISU team.
Yeah, so Valpo University has a 2-week spring break coming up, starting this Saturday. So this game was actually meant to be played like 2 weeks from today. So we're kind of playing all these like last of our regular season matches today because playoff starts right after spring break.
Yep.
But yeah, looking at the picks here, we got COR on ISU on Roadhog, really good on Ilios, and Karakuki with the Junker Queen. But yeah, Reaper and Soldier I like too on DPS.
You have to be careful though. Wit immediately gets chunked out. Gonna force a couple of abilities now. Kirakuki taken to this front line. You can look to try and just push up a little bit here, but obviously playing this left side because when you're playing against Roadhog, you can't get hooked.
Yeah, gotta be really careful of that hook. I mean, it's just instant death if you don't have any movement options in your kit.
Yep, just playing around that corner here. Have to be a little bit careful, but CQ9 is going to be the first person to fall in this match. And now walking up Kirakuki, getting bumped a little bit here, just trying to get pulled to the corner. Og's going to be able to take that one though. L is still up on 36 health, waiting for this healing. Orum's going to be able to keep him up, but in a little bit of a rough spot trying to just TP out, but not going to be able to get it. Orum just forced to back up, and Valpo is going to lose this first objective here.
Yeah, so new players on this roster this semester, LCQ9, have really been improving a lot. CQ9 coming from the Smash team, actually, was on the Club Overwatch team, and then L also being pulled up from the Club Overwatch team. Wit was also on the Club Overwatch team, but kind of got moved up mid in the fall, so seen a little bit of him. But ISU taking first control point here, but Wit able to get a pick out.
Yeah, but now you have to be careful. Yep, there's the hook that we were looking for. Trying to get the TP. Will get the TP back up, but put in a really bad spot. The Wraith mode is going to be able to get him out, saving a little bit of an ability. Kirakuki is going to be able to focus down one of the DPS and take it, and now they have a chance to push this onto this front line. But immediately the Kirakuki going down there. Wit getting pulled as well by this Roadhog, and now all that's left is CQ9 and Orum on the point. Orum does go down. All that's left is CQ9. Being able to trade one with the boop, but still finishing off there.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing this Roadhog on Ilios just going to work. Wasn't able to find the kill on L just because of that quick TP, but you saw how bad of position he was put in. Able to find the kill on Wit, as Soldier doesn't really have any jump TP options like that.
I'm kind of wondering how that Kiriko died to the boop, because you can climb walls. I'm not sure. But immediately a stick Sortex being able to knock Wit out, and that's going to slow Valpo's push a little bit here. Hopping onto the Roadhog trap and then the quick hook as well. Or I'm going to be able to ult, but it's not really going to do much. Going to have to push to the side, trying to just get a reposition here. Get back in a little bit of a better spot with the hook down. L's going to be able to DPS on this Roadhog, but Roadhog just going to pop the ult immediately. Going to heal up through it, but still just holding L in that position. Now here comes the ult from Wit, trying to just trade off. You do have the beatdown drop from Nene.
Oh, not able to get the touch in on time. Kind of got blocked in there. But ISU doing a great job in first map, as we do see Wit picking up some extra damage there at the end of that one.
Yep.
I always love doing that, trying to kill the opponents once the game is over.
Stack the
gotta
scoreboard.
pad.
Stack the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But no, I mean now Valpo's in a little bit of a rough spot, right? Obviously, playing map 2, you still do want the Lucio, right? I think Lucio is just one of the strongest supports just on all 3 maps on Ilios, right? Specifically this one because you're working around a very, very like volatile point. The Orisa I like as well, just play a little bit more displacement. Make it a little bit rougher for them to try and reposition you.
And
I think Valpo's switching it up just a tiny bit with the picks.
yeah, Rissa coming out from Kirakuki. We also see the tank swap on the side of ISU to that Junker Queen. Now that they are not on that first map of Ilios with the little hole in the middle of the point. Yeah, Valpo looking to bounce back after that first point.
Yep. And now L immediately jumping in as well. Just playing the kind of just get in their face a little bit here. Obviously trying to match Sortex's tracer. Not going to be able to do it though. Does get picked off, and now Valpo's being forced a little bit back. Sortex still on this backline. Kirakuki falling really low. Healer's just keeping him up now, but he gets stuck in this corner here. He's getting punched by Ramacha, being able to shield it. A ton of healing going out from Kirakuki, allowing him to just kind of tank this as they're kind of just delaying for L to get back to this point. Now that L's back on this point, he does try to catch Wit out on the side. Not going to be able to get it, but first objective taking will go to ISU, and now they're just playing super aggressive. You have the form change from Ramacha, just being able to push back. CQ9 goes down, but L will be able to trade one. Wit trades the second here. Now you have numbers advantage with a little bit of healing, although Prime gets the headshot on L, being able to finish it off. There's another that goes down, and Valpo is right back on the back foot after those couple of kills.
Yeah, Valpo really close to taking that team fight, but the ending of that really ISU kind of took over. But up to 35% here, Valpo going to have 2 or 3 more shots at team fights as their ultimates kind of come up. ISU approaching 4 of them.
Yep. But now, I mean, like you said, first initial fight of that point was great, right? Obviously, you're trading one.
Yeah, it was
for one.
looking good.
You pick up a second one, and then right after it, you just Ash landed a couple of lucky or not lucky, but a couple of good headshots and being able to finish it. But Wit already is shredding this backline, going for the third up here on the top, trying to just DPS with this Prime, gets the shot off, gonna force her off this top rope. Ramacha ult coming out, but being able to zone it around a little bit, having to jump in the middle, getting drained though, and will get drained out. Kirakuki being able to trade with the spear though, now taking a couple of shots on this tracer.
All
Ash
5
still on this high
ults
ground,
up for Valpo.
Yep, Valpo does take the objective, still holding on to their ults as well, which is really, really good.
Yeah, huge. They were able to win that team fight without using any of the ults, and I mean, Wit really kind of took that one over for sure, finding those early 2 picks and getting that third extremely low.
Yeah, really, really nice positioning from Wit, especially. Kind of just shooting them at an angle they weren't prepared for. But now L is looking to just take another angle exactly like that, as he is sitting behind Wit, the pulse bomb. But in the front line, you have the ult coming out. Here comes Wit as well. Picks off one. Gonna have to just back up as D.Va does face tank him. Now walking back up, is able to pop D.Va out of ult and then gets the shot off as well. Orem looking for the pick, Tracer gets it, but Wit gets bumped off, and now they're forced back. Other DPS goes down. CQ9 as well. Kirakuki's going to be able to trade one, but he's the only person left on this point. Yeah, you just can't really flow anything else there. You just have to wait for the retake now.
Do have 3 ults for that retake. Didn't use them all for that unsuccessful hold attempt. So not too bad, but Valpo will have time here to regroup in one big last team fight here. So take your time here, be patient, use good time management. Won't need to rush to get a touch in, but are approaching that 90%.
Yep, and now Valpo just kind of pushing on to this point here. L's going to be able to pick up the first kill and then jump immediately on point. And here comes Orem popping off the ult for Kiriko, going to be able to trade in. Bob gets down. L goes down to Prime as well. Now pushing on to this point. Kirakuki's still sitting on ult here, but not going to be able to get it off. Bob picks off 2 of the side of Valpo. Nene picks up the 4th one, and that's just going to be point. The beatdown not going to be able to do anything as Valpo loses first map.
Unfortunate. I think Valpo was kind of stuck in a situation at the end there where they were looking for that perfect ultimate, and they just weren't able to find it, where, you know, they weren't able to get the ult off on that point. So I think it's kind of a matter of use it or lose it. But we will see the play of the game here. Prime on Ash.
Yep, and we're going to see Bob as well just put in so much work on this bat lane.
Oh,
yeah, just being able to pop off there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was just the Q button there. But
yeah.
nonetheless, good job by ISU Ajax there. doing a really good job. I think Valpo in that second point did fight back a little bit. But yeah, we'll head to a short break here and be right back with game two.
And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of map 2 of this Valpo Academy versus ISU Ajax. Valpo going down 1 in the series, but, nothing wrong with that, obviously. A little bit off to a slow start, which is kind of the Valpo classic. But as we start here, going to Shambali, which we haven't seen either in any of our Academy games that we've put on stream yet. So I'm excited to see how comfortable Valpo is with this map.
Yeah, and we will see a little bit of a role swap. Kirakuki moving to DPS, starting off with this Widow, and then L switching to tank in place of Kirakuki. But yeah, Valpo building a little bit of momentum at the end of game 1 there. So it'll be interesting to see what they're able to do. Do like to always watch the Widow at the beginning of the game, see if they're able to find any picks. Not sure if this is the map where you kind of start Widow and then switch, just kind of look for a pick, but...
I do know there's a lot of high ground that you can kind of play with, especially initially in this map, so I definitely like the pick. I just, as a caster, I have the worst luck with camming away from Widow, and then, a double kill happens. Camming right on back, so we'll see. An immediate toss down as well. Trying to just zone Kirakuki off from getting this first peek. Yeah, we're seeing right here just how strong Widow is. With a quick headshot on the tank, they're going to force him to at least back up a tiny bit now. As they try and push this point, the DPS are starting to push up. Wit is on this left side here, but immediately going to go down. Now force the rest of Valpo kind of just back up here. L is stuck in a little bit of a weird spot. The Immortality going to keep him up there, but just going to be forced to back up. Kirakuki also falling down. Pretty low health here, but just trying to just stay alive for this first initial push. Really, any picks that you can get just to break this front line of ISU would be super useful for Valpo pushing this care.
Looks like Widow already at 50% ult charge. Must be spitting out a lot of damage here, but no dust so far, and Valpo able to get this payload. I jinxed it. But I was going to say Valpo able to get this payload pushed up a little bit, but unfortunately 3-fall will have to back up. Support's moving back and waiting for the team to regroup.
Yeah, that was a pretty big wall by Sortex, right? Maywall cutting off both the supports there, not being able to get to their team, being able to burst down L, Wit, and Kirakuki all in one quick burst as well.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of just shows you how vital the supports are. Like, once they get walled off, like, the players just immediately, like, can't survive that.
Yeah, especially with the new Overwatch 2 passives, you really just don't have enough healing on any side. But CQR getting put in a really bad position here, being able to shoot down the Immortality, keeping him up though, getting a lot of healing down. Orum's going to be able to pick up one though through this wall. And now Valpo still just trying to play to this front line, getting through this choke point. Now you take a pick. Here comes the ult as well coming out. Kirakuki being able to trade one, but Wit does go down as well. It is going to be a 4-for-4 going on to this point here. CQR just taking a ton of damage in this front line, and now L being able to temp up on this front. You're 88% on your ult charge. You have a lot of displacement ready to go.
You see Kirakuki making that swap. Both support ultimates are up on the side of Valpo.
And here comes a quick ult as well. You're going to be able to jump through, looking to get the Suzu, not the Suzu going off.
ISU able to take another fight. Only a minute 30 left, so Valpo going to be approaching all 5 ultimates again here. So, I mean, definitely going to want to try and utilize that. Not burn all of them at once, but just enough to win a team fight so they can get to that next checkpoint and buy themselves some more time.
Yep, now Valpo is kind of just playing around this point. Kirakuki looking for a flank here, just trying to get something. Maybe trying to pick off the Sojourn that's on this high ground. Gonna be able to shoot up on this top and now take a couple of free quick shots over this top. But gets walled off there by Sortex, and now the rest of the team can focus on this choke point. L's going to be able to try and just force it in, but does get booped in right now. And here comes the Kitsune as well coming out from the side of Valpo. Gets the Suzu and the healing going off. L just trying to stay alive, but will go down. Orum takes off. And now L is just kind of left solo onto this point here. Getting forced back a little bit, gets a little bit of shielding, but it's not going to be enough. Kirakuki's forced to slide back, but not going to happen. And now the rest of Valpo is stuck at a little bit of an impasse.
Yeah, Valpo still has 3 ultimates up. Still good ult economy. Like I said, I mean, you don't want to use all of them to win the team fight, but at the same time, I mean, you need to win that team fight just to get the payload moving to that next checkpoint. But we'll see if they're able to bounce back here. Respawns come through, and we'll have another chance at it.
Yeah, Yep, so now here comes the ult as well from Sigma L, looking to just try and pick something here. Although the Kirakuki immediately falls down to the Soldier takes out 2, takes out 3 as well, looking for another one. COR is going to be able to finish off that 4th, and all that's left is Wit. Now Wit immediately heals up and just runs right back, but the wall off from Sortex with 1 second left. There's nothing you can do to get onto that point there. Now that's going to be first round Valpo not being able to get around that first choke point. Free kill though.
Score.
ISU doing a great job holding their position. I think they utilized their ults a little bit better in my opinion because they actually like used them when they were up and then got to like recharge them. Where Valpo was sitting on them a good bit, but they had a really good initial push there, but just kind of stalled out there and unfortunately weren't able to keep going to the checkpoint. But ISU will have a chance on attack. Definitely going to make it a tough defense for Valpo, but we'll see what comp they choose here and if they're able to do it.
No, definitely. You're seeing, right, you don't have much room to really move, right? Really, it's just this one stretch of like,
Ready for
I guess it's asphalt, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah. I don't know. I was looking for the material.
I feel like they do have like one really good like hold spot though in this route towards where their checkpoint is. So at least they kind of have that going for them. They have the initial high ground really far away from their spawn, and then they kind of have that spot where they were held themselves right around this corner that I feel like is a good spot to make up a hold.
Yep. No, I agree. I think this is a really good spot, at least for Valpo, to try and make a hold here, although you do have to hold for a while, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't really have room for mistakes here.
Yeah.
So first rotation, like you said, that you get these ults up, you need to start using them. I feel like it's just a little bit too hesitant on the side of holding those ults, looking for one of the big ones. And
we saw in game 2 of the varsity match earlier today that they also did not have a great push, but they were able to make it all the way until overtime. Barely at all. So, I mean, although they are in a very unfavorable position, it is definitely still doable. I mean, that's why you switch to defense. But Core getting a pick on CQ9 off the bat here. L falling as well. They will get a good push in here off this team fight win.
yep. And I think that's really all they need. That's going to be a team kill, and that's going to be second game going over to ISU.
Yeah, I believe they do have those really far spawn points, but so I don't think they'll be able to get there in time.
Oh, wait. CQ9 almost running back on, but never mind.
Yeah. I mean, when you're like trying super hard to like get those touches and you're like all staggered, typically it doesn't go well.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of a anticlimactic defense there, but ISU able to take the win in game 2, as we will take a look at the play of the game from COR as Ramatra.
Yep. Yeah, and this is going to be the initial drain as well. Valpo, this is arguably their best push, right? But COR being able to just walk straight to that backline and drain off all 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
Just really, really clutch for fighting that. And you saw ISU just no hesitation on that first offense, recognizing that the one strongest point they had was that high ground that they were placing on, so they shot for it, just left the objective, and immediately took out Valpo for a really, really quick game 2 win.
So Redbird, Ajax, undefeated in their division, doing really well so far this semester, and so far are continuing this success into the series. So hopefully Valpo, they did just pull off their reverse sweep in the first game they played tonight. Game 2 didn't look super close, but they did it earlier tonight. Maybe they can do it again. So
The
we'll
dream's
be back,
alive.
and yeah, also Flashpoint too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this academy team, I mean, they love Flashpoint. Or I don't know if they love it, but I know they are very good at it. I don't think I've ever seen them lose a Flashpoint on stream, and that says a lot considering they're 2-4 right now.
I'm not gonna wood, yeah.
On wood.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, but anyways, we'll be right back with game 3. Please stick around.
And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of this game 3 of Valpo's Academy team versus ISU Ajax. ISU Ajax going up 2-0 in the series right now, right? So kind of a do or die situation for Valpo. But like we talked about pre-break, kind of best case scenario is that we're going to Flashpoint, a team that
Ready
we've
for
seen
battle.
be very, very successful at Flashpoint, specifically Servasa.
Also, we will see Karakuki and L swapping back to their normal positions that they play, which honestly I prefer. Karakuki is a flex player, but has primarily played tank for this team, and then I think L is just better suited on DPS as well. So
Yep.
Valpo going to be in a more comfortable position, something they've been practicing and playing a lot.
Four,
But I don't mind testing out, rotating around the comps too much either. Yeah.
Initial
We'll be rushing with Lucio to this first point.
Lucio
Positioning in
Junker
this
Queen.
first fight is so huge.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're seeing the speed immediately, but the rollout from Nene immediately going to the back line of Valpo and just kind of disconnecting it. Now they're going to be forced to loop around a tiny bit here. Now, does get the pullback. We are fighting with a new Mauga on the other side as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
yeah.
notice. That's the first time
Corp pulling out the
debut.
Mauga. I like it. I mean, you have so much strength in the 1v1. We're seeing this shred right there happen, and now Valpo doesn't have a pullback. Being able to jump on this backline as well. Wit goes down. All that's left is two supports and L for the side of Valpo, and it looks like this first point will be taken by ISU.
Yeah, I don't believe we have much experience against this tank. I mean, I'm sure they've run into it in scrims, comp practice, stuff like that. But this is a debut on the stream, so it's what's the name? Maui?
Mauga.
Moana?
No, it's Mauga. It's Mauga.
Mauga?
But no, yeah, it's definitely, Mauga's had a little bit of a rocky history ever since he joined the game. It feels like a League of Legends champion to where he
I heard he was
joins.
extremely strong on release.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, he joins in the game extremely strong. They nerf him to the ground. He's useless, and now he's kind of finding his footing back, but not really too much. And here comes the ult as well, coming out from ISU Moira, as they're trying to just push Valpo back on this side. Core just taking a really aggressive spot here. L looking for something in this backline, not going to be able to get it. 2 go down for Valpo, 3 go down for Valpo. All that's left is the supports on the side. CQ9 trying to stay alive, not going to be able to do it, and all that's left is Orem. And this first flashpoint is going to go over to ISU.
Flashpoints go much quicker, so ISU kind of already looking to rotate to the next one, get set up for that. Really smart by them, and Valpo, the smart play here is just regroup, reset up, wait for that next flashpoint spawn, and head that way.
Yep. So now, obviously, you can at least change the momentum a little bit with the ults that you have coming up here. So I think if you want to play this aggressively, you got to pop a couple early, right? You have to start these fights. So I think if Valpo is able to at least get a couple off, you're not looking for a team wipe. You're just looking for 1 or 2 picks to give yourself a little bit of footing to get onto this map. But now you're seeing...
I would like to see Academy kind of use it when they have them. Obviously not an Overwatch expert, but these are ultimates that can kind of swing fights. And we do see Oribus with the ultimate. Karakuki and Wit has theirs up as well.
Yep, and there's the ult as well coming out. L does go down. You still have Wit up, but the tank and the support and the DPS are down for Valpo. Only 2 left. It's just Wit and Orem. Orem does escape here, and now they're going to lose second objective, excuse me.
But they're going to lose the initial take of it.
Yep, sorry, yep.
So Flashpoint, first to 3 here. If ISU does win and take the first 3 here, it will be the series. Valpo will need to take 3 to stay alive in this series. Missing in some good damage out here.
Yep, and we're seeing here, outside of Orem, it's just kind of another situation where we're holding the ults, going off, not really being able to set anything up, as ISU immediately pops theirs right back, just trying to fix something. L still working in the backline here, 1v1 in this Reaper out, looking for an ult here, maybe would be clutch if you pop out. This would be a really nice ult angle right here. But not being able to get it though, using the Wraith mode and then just getting burst right back out of it. Wit is going to be forced right back, and now Valpo's just kind of
We'll have 4 for the
back
next
up.
fight though, so I mean, if you use 4 ultimates, I mean, I feel like they got a really good shot. So I mean, I think you just got to let them rip here. But they are at 89%. I mean, these flashpoints I'm not used to. They go so fast.
Yep.
Happen so quickly, only 60, 70 seconds control compared to game 1 on control point, lasts much longer. So we'll get the last point unlocked. So Valpo will have to pull off the reverse sweep in Flashpoint and end the series.
Yep, and now Valpo's kind of getting chased down right here with the speed of the ISU's team. Now being forced to just back it up a little bit. Malga being able to flame it off, but Kirakuki's going to fall down immediately. CQ9 in a terrible spot and now goes down as well. All that's left, Orm Corvus falls. There's 3 down. Nade picking up a triple kill here. Prime being able to pick up the 4th, and Wit finally falls. That's going to be a team wipe with the start of this next point, which might be just match point.
Yep. Point's going to unlock. ISU going to take first control. Valpo regrouping. Hopefully able to, yeah, it's going to swap while he has ultimate up. Interesting choice there, but we'll see if it works out. Kirakuki has been doing really well on the
Ramatra.
Ramatra, yeah.
Yep. But now, working up to this point as well, you're taking a little bit of a high ground, right? Obviously, you have a ton of ults up still. Just as long as you don't get picked here, you need to start something off. But Harvest is going to immediately jump in and pick up a triple kill right there with the ult. Both supports and a DPS. Kirakuki's going to go down. All that's left is Al on this point.
I mean, that one, they didn't really get a chance at the ultimate.
Yeah, no kidding.
Huge team kill by ISU. Harvest with a phenomenal ultimate. Man, that's really huge. Valpo got to have a sense of urgency here, but don't need to rush too much. Do still have 3 ultimates on the board, as ISU did use a decent amount of them, but they do have a couple coming up as well. Gonna have to start moving forward here. Do have the soldier arc coming
There's
out.
the ult as well coming from Rib, but immediately goes in. He does start this fight though. It's a really good position. Core is extremely low. Gonna get slept, although Harvest does kill off. L teleports onto point here, just looking to finish it off. Not gonna die though. Doesn't have the Wraith mode anymore. Kirakuki trying to just force on this point, does get the ult, will get the drain off, but not gonna be enough. And the rest of Valpo goes down.
Touch.
Yep, and that's gonna be game.
Take a peek at the play of the game. My guess is going to be that Reaper ultimate on the 3rd point was absolutely huge. Good games to ISU. Ajax showing why they're undefeated, why they've been so dominant in this division.
Yep, but now, yeah. Not the ultimate play, but still being able just to walk up and zone off here.
I mean, this Reaper played phenomenal, especially in this Flashpoint. Harvest is doing a really good job. But that'll do it for our Valpo Academy Overwatch team for this NECC season, finishing 2-5. So, you know, with some new players, it's kind of for them to develop, get some good game time in. So, you know, I think, you know, what we take away from today is that reverse sweep, probably not this game. But, you know, they had a good season, fought hard, and I truly do think they got a lot better. I think we streamed the very first game, and to be honest, they were a little bit all over the place. You know, talking to them after the game, felt like they weren't really playing like a team, and communication wasn't there. But I mean, we were out there in between games watching the Game 4, Game 5 when they were able to pull off that reverse sweep. And they've really grown a lot this year. So super proud of them. Won't be seeing them until next fall. But coming up tomorrow, we have Varsity Rocket League at 7, and then we also have CLOL on Saturday at 3 versus Grand Valley State University's JV team. Yes, you? I believe so.
I think so.
Blake's on the league team, so I feel like he should know that. But anyways, he'll be knocking off through us, scouting them up tonight, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, no, I've definitely looked at their OPs. I promise, guys. I promise. I'm doing my work.
Yeah. But it's been a pleasure. We'll see you guys next time. My name is Speedy Killer Ninja.
I'm Dikembe, and thank you for all the love. Thank you all for the support, the likes, the follows, the views, and hope you guys have a great day.